Hello, hello. Let's see, can we stretch this out a little bit? Hello, hello. Let me turn this down a little bit, make sure it's not too loud. I got the old school jams on the TV. Thank you for joining. See, I didn't think it was be that many people up. Let me find out y'all not sleeping. Thank you for joining. Where are you from? And should you be sleeping at this hour? Hey, I thought for sure you'd have been in the bed. Colorado? Okay, hey, Colorado. DJ K, Solo. All right, so we just got Colorado. Is that it? I know there are other people from other places. I'm in the bed. I'm in the bed, too. I'm scoping for the bed, okay? Look at that. Scoping from the bed. Hey, cutie. Hey, now. All right. Yeah, so this is a lazy scope, okay? I am scoping from the bed. It is 11:33 in the DC area, and I probably should be asleep, but yeah. I didn't want to go to bed without doing. Hey, how are you? Where are you from? Where is Babe? Babe is downstairs on the sofa complaining that I'm on Periscope at this present moment. Hello, Migs46. I leave for Miami Thursday morning, so I've been trying to get my home in order. Tell him, hey. Yes, I promised to go watch TV once I'm done, even though I still have a ton of things to do. But what else do you do with those lips? Okay, now, Migs, wait a minute now. So, Mimi Cute Lips, I am Mimi Cute Lips, is also the name of my blog. I'm a lifestyle blogger of MimiCuteLips.com. You can find me everywhere at Mimi Cute Lips. But these cute lips, my friend, belong to one babe downstairs on the sofa watching TV. Everything else is merely for show. Migs, the hell, I know, Migs is tripping. Migs is going to get it together, though, because we're not having any of that. So, let's see, it's 11:35. Thank you for joining, everybody. I appreciate that. I didn't want to skip the entertainment wrap-up for today. So apparently, let me see, it's 11:35. Today was no bra day. Yeah, not happening here, okay? And so no bra day is supposed to be in honor of breast cancer awareness, since this is October, the month of breast cancer awareness. So I hope you gals are at home jiggling the girls bra free as I'm currently confined. But when I get off this scope, I got you though. So let's go ahead and get started because I'm sleepy and I want some ice cream. I know I'm conflicted. I got issues. So for those of you who don't know, it's your first time. If it's your first time tuning in, hello, Rob. Type in the comments that this is your first time tuning in to the entertainment wrap up. Or if you've never even heard of Mimi Cute Lips, I am, hashtag fat snacks all day. Orange is the new black. I've been told that before. That's funny. So, I am Mimi Green, lifestyle blogger of MimiCuteLips.com. I am everywhere on social media at Mimi Cute Lips. You can connect with me there. I'm just as friendly. I'll chat. We can chat, whatever. So let's get started. I have quite a few things on the entertainment wrap up. So let me just start with the BET Awards. Now, assuming everyone that is tuned in is in the United States, you are crazy beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate that. So I'm assuming that most of you are, if not all of you, are in the United States. If not, then this probably doesn't mean much to you. Yes, the Garbage Awards. So the BET Awards were on tonight. And I'm just too old for that mess. Simply. I was going to try and give it a try. It didn't really work out so much. So first of all, there was this whole let's boycott the BET Awards because they didn't air the Million Man March. I think people are mistaken or have forgotten that, yes, BET is supposed to stand for Black Entertainment Television. However, the people who own BET are not Black. Yes, you see a Black face and she runs the show, but she doesn't own BET. I believe Viacom does. So people are up in arms about that. Feel how you feel. You're entitled to your feelings. it wasn't an issue for me. The real issue is that I'm old as hell, apparently, because I don't know any of these rappers on stage. I don't know what the hell they're singing or rapping about, and I'm not interested. So I did try and watch it, and Snoop was hosting. And Snoop is funny. Oddly enough, he does several like sketches that are really entertaining. But he needs to take that to a different platform. Thank you for joining, everybody, so I can tune in, because the BET Awards, I could not. Now, the best part that I happened to see was a cypher. So they do a series of ciphers, normally based on like the East Coast, West Coast, different areas or whatever. And this particular cipher was Redman, who looked exceptionally cute, which isn't something I know. That's not how I typically describe Redman. He's normally more grimy, but he was definitely looking really, really good tonight. So the cipher was Redman and Keith Murray, and Eric Sermon. Now, why did I enjoy this? Duh, because these are actually rappers that I actually know, have heard of, and know, yes, love, rap, me too. Okay, so my loyalty really lies with Method Man between the two of them, but I've kind of always seen them as just like some just real dusty, grimy dudes. So to see him all cleaned up, even though, you know, he was still chilling. He still had on his street clothes, but he looked really good, and it was good to see him on TV because it's been a minute. So I definitely enjoyed that cipher. Whatever Reggie Noble is. Oh, you know what? Who else did I enjoy? Oh, there was a beatboxing cipher. Of course, Dougie Fresh was on there. It was a young lady and another dude. I forget his name. And they were really good. So I did enjoy the two of them. Those two ciphers. And then, a mess, okay? Because life happens, and I don't care how famous you are. If you got issues and your house is not in order, it will come to light. So Scarface was given the I Am Hip Hop Award at the BET Awards. And right after he received his award, he was arrested for delinquent child support. Now, immediately, you all the way up here, right? You feeling good. You like, yes, I just won this award. I feel honored. And then you in cuffs. Like, that's not the way I'm sure he plans his night to go out, but you got to get your affairs in order. If this is an error, you need to get your affairs in order. If you are delinquent, you need to get your affairs in order. Either way, he received an award, then he was arrested. Not a good look. Let's move on. So some baby news. Now, I'm not sure how I feel about this. Now, typically baby news is exciting, and I'm excited for this particular couple. But it'll be interesting to play out. So John Legend and his wife, Chrissy Teigen, are expecting their first baby. He posted a picture on Instagram announcing that they were pregnant. And then she posted the image, and she kind of added a little more commentary that just said that they have some fertility issues. Thank you for joining, everybody, that they have fertility issues. And so she was really excited to be pregnant. So, congratulations to John Legend and Chrissy Teigen. I think that's really exciting for them. She is funny. I've watched her on a couple of shows. I'm trying to imagine her as a mother because she just seems like a good time. Although her and John Legend's personalities are complete opposites. That obviously is a winning formula for them. So it's working, and now they're going to add a baby into the mix. All right, so let's move on. So TMZ has reported, I guess within the last couple of hours, that Lamar Odom is like fighting for his life. So if you're a basketball fan, then you know Lamar as being an athlete. And if you are a Kardashian fan, then you know him as being the husband of Khloe Kardashian. They've been going through a divorce for like a minute now, but they're not a divorce. They aren't divorced as of yet. I think Khloe is my favorite out of all of them. She seems to be the most down, and she always seemed like she just genuinely loved her husband. And I love that. Like, her family would say whatever they want. She'd be like, no, but my husband comes first, as it should be. But I love that she just rode so hard for him. And I always feel like, even though he is lost and turns out and clearly not on the road to any kind of recovery at this time, that she genuinely loves him, and she still kind of, wants the best for him. And I feel like she kind of hopes that someday things can get back to where they used to be. So Lamar was found unconscious in a brothel in Nevada. He had been partying with some women for days. TMZ reported that he was there by himself, like he didn't have any homies. His good friend Jamie OD'd not too long ago, and so Jamie was featured on their reality show, and then he overdosed. So Lamar's circle is kind of getting smaller and smaller. So I guess he hasn't quite gotten the wake up call to like say, hey, let's get it together and turn our life around. But hopefully that does happen. So this isn't funny. I'm not laughing. I will not laugh at this part of the story. So they were wanting to medevac Lamar, right? Prayers for him and his demons, for sure. People are who they are, but when you add drugs into the mix, you never know what you're going to get. And then his family has got a history of some issues, and so this is a straight up battle for him. I really hope he gets it together because I really love them together. So they were going to medevac Lamar to another hospital, and they could not. Why? Because he's too tall. He's too long. He is 6'10" and obviously cannot fit laying down in a helicopter. So they could not medevac him. They had to transport him after getting him incubated by an ambulance because he's too long. And for whatever random reason, my mind totally went somewhere else after thinking. I'm like, well, how often do they have this problem? How many tall people cannot fit in helicopters and so you can't be medevac? Like, that's an issue I guess somebody needs to work out. Thank you for joining, everybody. I appreciate that. So I'm hoping that Lamar is able to bounce back and to get back to his self. It was funny, right? I said I didn't want to laugh, but just the visual of someone 6'10" not being able to get into a medevac because they're too tall just seems ridiculous to me. Like, I never thought that would be an issue, but it is. So, luckily they were able to get him where they needed him to go by another means, and hopefully that works out for him and that his story has a happy ending. Because obviously his homeboys have not been so fortunate. All right, so let's move on. T.I. Okay, so I got a thing for little short, skinny men. T.I. totally fits the bill. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Actually, I probably don't feel any way about this, honestly. So T.I. said that he isn't ready for a female president. So obviously Hillary Clinton is running. And he just says that Clinton can't be a leader of the free world because she's too female. What? T.I.? Please tell me you didn't quite mean that. I don't know. I'm sure his wife Tiny feels the exact opposite. So he went on to say that he just felt like women were emotional and that we make rash decisions, and that's a very serious position, and that he feels like women are capable of being amazing in politics in any other area other than a president. Can he vote? No, he's a felon. So now there's always some controversy around that every time it's time to vote. And some states say you can be a felon and vote, but you can't be on probation. So if you are a felon and you're currently on probation, I think the answer is no, you can't vote. If you are a felon and you're not on probation, I believe that you can. Yeah, so he's running his mouth and cannot vote one way or the other. So the interesting thing, though, is after saying that, he later came back and apologized. Of course he did. That's what Hollywood does. So I'm going to read his quote directly, okay? My comments about women running for president were unequivocally insensitive and wrong. I sincerely apologize to everyone I offended. So I feel like when you have opinions like that and Raven-Symoné, that's kitchen table talk. A lot of people feel a lot of ways and will never know. Some you do, some you don't. Normally you find out like this, some kind of statement comes out. But that's kitchen table talk. That means those are the conversations you have in the comforts of your own home, with your family and your close, good girlfriends or your homeboys. That's not something you say publicly. So, of course, he issued an apology. He had to issue an apology, and he shouldn't have said that, but whatever. He said sorry. I'm sure Hillary is not losing any sleep over it, but obviously we still have a lot of men in the world who don't think that girls run the world. We're going to keep working on that. Yes, lots of tea, okay? Because that was real shady of him. And for whatever reason, I could totally see his wife like smacking him upside the head. Like, what do you mean? All right, let's move on. So The Wiz is coming to TV. Now, y'all need to know what The Wiz is, okay? Hopefully you know what The Wiz is. If not, Google The Wiz, because I'm not about to tell you. So, The Wiz is coming to NBC on Thursday, December 3rd, and it is going to be a musical. And, okay, so I was looking at the pictures from People, and the images were really, really cool. So, I don't know the young lady who's going to be Dorothy, but she is a newcomer. But David Alan Grier is going to be the lion, and the images they had of him were really, really good. And this one I didn't quite see, but Neo is going to be the Tin Man, which is hilarious to me because I never would have guessed that from him. Elijah Kelly is going to be the Scarecrow. I can't place his face, but I know he was in The Butler and he was in Red Tails. And Queen Latifah and yes, Mary J. Blige will also be in The Wiz, the musical. So I will definitely tune in on December 3rd. We have some time to set our DVRs and stuff like that. But I have kind of like mixed feelings just because it's a classic. I kind of hate that people keep redoing good things. Like, it was good already. Do we need to redo it? We'll find out by December 3rd, okay? Or at least by December 4th, you know. No. By the time it airs and 5 minutes in, people will already be on social media giving it 2 thumbs up or 5 thumbs down. You know that's exactly how they do. They won't even wait till the until the show is over, okay? Did you see The Color Purple? No, I did not. So I don't really love musicals a whole lot. Rent is my favorite musical. But that's the, well, Dreamgirls. I watch Dreamgirls all the time. Don't judge me. Dreamgirls is amazing. I watch it all the time. But just because The Wiz is such a classic, I'm definitely going to watch it. And you know I'll share my opinion right here with y'all. All right. So we got 2 more points of news before I go get my ice cream and go watch TV with Babe. So, Tracy Morgan. So, Tracy Morgan has been recovering for the last year and a half from that terrible, terrible accident with a Walmart tractor and trailer in which he lost one of his comedian friends as a result of. But he's been getting his stride back again, and he did 2 comedy shows in New York on Monday. And they said he did a good job. There was no filming allowed, as you can kind of imagine. But he seemed to be, you know, getting his footing again, which is really nice to see because he is freaking hilarious. Like, Tracy Morgan can just make facial expressions and I would just, like, die laughing. So it's nice to see he's kind of getting his old self back again. And he's supposed to be hosting SNL. So that should be really good, especially since that's his old stomping grounds. All right, last piece of entertainment news. So Bravo has a new show. And I want to hate it, but I know I'm going to watch it. Okay, so it's called Untying the Knot, which is a bit odd because it's supposed to be about people with marital issues picking up the pieces. So shouldn't we be retying the knot instead of untying the knot? I don't know. Maybe it depends on the couple. Maybe some will retie and some will untie. I don't know. So it's called Untying the Knot. And Lil Wayne's ex-wife, Toya Carter, right, and her current husband, Memphis, will be on the show. They have had marital issues for some time. I know she had talked about it publicly a while ago. And so they are going to go on this reality show as a way to work through their marital issues. Now, I did watch her reality show when it was her, Tiny and Toya, and then when she had one by herself. And I did watch their wedding special. So hopefully, maybe if they want, they can get it back together. Who knows? But the show airs on Bravo, which is also another hub for reality TV, on November 11th at 9 p.m. And as much as I want to say I won't be watching it, I will. And I'll tell y'all what I think. And you can feel free to tell me what you think. So, again, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I am Mimi Green, lifestyle blogger of MimiCuteLips.com. You can find me everywhere on the interwebs at MimiCuteLips.com. And yeah, that's kind of how I feel. But I like them as a couple, and I think that's why I want to watch. But he was real shady and nasty to her. I think he felt like she kind of stopped it. You know what his issue was? He wanted to be on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and she was like, no. He wanted to be on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta because he wanted a way to get back at K. Michelle for all the stuff that she said about him, allegedly being abusive to her, whatever. And so he felt like since K. Michelle, brought it to Love and Hip Hop Atlanta when she was on, that if they got on the show, he could address it. And apparently his wife was like, no. And rightfully so. I feel her. So I'm hoping they can get it together. I really like them as a couple. And I felt like they were so sweet. But apparently he got a different side that ain't so sweet. So if it don't work, don't force it. But I will definitely tune in and watch. So I hope you guys and gals enjoy your evening. You have 7 more minutes of No Bra Day. Enjoy it. Rub the boobies. It might save your life. Rub somebody else's boobies without getting punched in the mouth. You might save their life. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and make sure you are doing your part to keep the ladies and the fellas in your life safe. I will catch up with you tomorrow for the entertainment wrap up. Be easy.